The following is a presentation of Spring Hill Sports Live. It's time for Spring Hill High School Athletics. On your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by It's time for the Broncos, right here on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live. Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioner?
Welcome inside your comfort and heating, home and air designs pre-game show here on Spring Hill Sports Live, as your Spring Hill Broncos are set to take on the Baldwin Bulldogs, who are off to a red-hot start, both the boys and the girls side this season. Our presenting sponsor of this broadcast, Strode Orthodontics, specializes in creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and the staff at Strode Orthodontics is experienced, highly trained, and a fully licensed orthodontic specialist with decades of combined experience in the orthodontic field, with locations in Spring Hill, Olathe, and Overland Park. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Well, the season rolls on. We've got, I believe, 2 more before Christmas, 1 more here this week, and it's a doubleheader. First, the boys and the girls mentioned they're off to a hot start. The Baldwin girls team 3-1 on the season. The boys team unbeaten. And so this may be looked back on as a real measuring stick, honestly, for both programs. Only the second Frontier League clash for either team. We'll break down the starting fives, the key matchups, and what to look for in this one. We got the girls matchup first, coming to you at 6 p.m. You're watching high school basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453. The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-433-4567.
The pregame show here on Spring Hill Sports Live is brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. We're moving to the part of the season where teams really find out, or establish rather, who they are, what their identity is, especially offensively. And for the Spring Hill Broncos, their offensive identity certainly early on in this season has been getting the ball to number 20, Jenna Weber. Early on in the very first contest, I mentioned how many sets they were running for her on the wing. She can shoot it, she can take it to the cup, finish with either hand at the rim, and is going to be key in this one, as really when she went cold kind of in that game against Shawnee Mission South, one of the top teams in the state of Kansas this season, is when the Broncos ultimately fell behind in that Tuesday defeat. Looking at the Bulldogs, they don't have nearly as much height as Shawnee Mission South does. Facing that much height probably won't be something that Spring Hill have to do many more times this season, and at least certainly not in the Frontier League. Mentioned, though, they did start off hot, 3-1 the record for them, and they do have a record at a 5-10 that may cause problems down low on the glass. And that is one of my keys to the game, as the keys to the game are presented by Amy Kelly, Reese Nichols Real Estate. The key to finding your dream home is having someone who makes you already feel at home. Key in at amykelly.reesenichols.com. My key to the game is rebounding. That is really what spelled the demise of the Broncos again on Tuesday. The field goal percentage for what's going to end up being one of the top teams in the state in Shawnee Mission South, the Raiders, wasn't really much higher than Spring Hill, but the number of attempts they got due to second chances, third chances, even fourth chances on some of those possessions was ultimately the reason they ended up winning that game by 20-plus points. Of course, that is always bound to happen when you've got a 6'3 player, you've got a 6'1 player, and some big 5'9 guards. That is not the case for this Baldwin roster. However, that does not mean that they can be taken lightly. Move on and look at some area matchups coming next. We've got 5 more minutes on the clock until tip-off here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Auction Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Ladies, do you know what you want to drink?
Ooh, yeah, I'll have the unlimited coffee.
Me too. You got some coffee?
You know, back in my day, unlimited meant there were no limits. But you need a limit. Tired of paying for unlimited offers that leave you feeling limited? Experience Limitless with Go Brawley.
Your locally owned hometown Allstate agent is Libby Clark, now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill. Libby and her staff are passionate about the people they serve, helping them protect what matters most. With 24-hour customer service and options for online and in-person appointments, the Libby Clark Agency is the small-town agent you've grown to love, with the experience and products you'd expect from an industry-recognized premier agency. Visit them at their new location in downtown Spring Hill, just one block off Main on Hale, or call 913-686-6205.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
The area matchups are brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. At Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both, with offices throughout the area and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. Well, really only one area matchup that is notable to us here, us Bronco fans, Paola and Ottawa. They'll be facing off tonight on both the boys and the girls side. Pretty light night, and that is to be expected. A lot of schedules thinning out here as we reach the holiday season. Of course, Spring Hill is going to be one of the teams that is in action this coming Tuesday as well. So we'll have that game on our network, of course, too. We're going to get to the starters. It appears the same lineup will come out for the Broncos. Don't have the Bulldogs starters just yet. But for the Broncos, that means Bond, Weber, Busher, Suter, and Anna LaPlante will be the starters. Now, Busher and Suter, they've been pretty big players offensively in support of Weber. Kind of faced some foul trouble in a couple of games, a couple of issues. But if you can keep both of them on the court, keep both of them firing, that is a big asset for this Spring Hill team, trying to hand the Bulldogs their second defeat of the season and trying to break even. They're 2-3 right now, trying to go 500. Maybe get a chance to go 4-3 before they break for the new year. Got a minute on the clock, about to run the anthems here at Spring Hill High School. Friday Night Hoops coming your way next. We've got the opening tip-off here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and texts. We ended up with our dream home, all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2050. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Well, the starting fives have been introduced here on Spring Hill Sports Live. The Bulldogs, Marin Frost, Carly Neufeld, Emma Kate Lang, Alyssa Reichert, and Bailey Smith make up the starting five. Now, the Bulldogs are going to be wearing purple today as the visitors. Now, that's the opposite of what you see on your scoreboard. We always keep the Broncos on the left side. We always keep them purple too. And so we hope that you can kind of bear with us. I will try to remind you as the broadcast continues. Broncos in their home whites today, and the Bulldogs are in purple. So Busher to jump, and it's won and collected by Bond. Bond matchup with Neufeld, going to be one of the key ones to watch tonight. Picks up the dribble early, almost ran into trouble. Got it to Suter for Busher in the corner. Busher into the move, out for LaPlante. And now Suter again, starts the drive with the right hand, goes up with it, and it's off the mark, rebounded by Bond. One dribble, back up, and right in. Addison Bond on the score sheet first, and the Broncos lead 2-0. Smith up the floor, Baldwin, same as last year. They use 5 guards, and that's pretty much the opposite of what the Broncos saw with a very heavy or very sizable inside team on Tuesday. Just a very good team overall. As the ball in the corner now with Neufeld, takes the screen, dribbling with the left hand. Swings for Frost. Inside for Lang, back out for Neufeld, who is off the mark for 3, but it was rebounded inside, opportunistic by Marin Frost, who gets the foul. I think that was a Bond there scrapping inside. She'll pick up the first. Addison Bond, 2 points, and the first foul of the contest as we've got a minute gone here. The Broncos seeking to pull even 500. We'll have one more game. However, this one goes on Tuesday. We'll be carrying that one. BJ Harris will be with you. So will Curtis Kaiser. He's on the camera tonight, but you will be hearing his voice on Tuesday and throughout the season. One for 2 goes Neufeld. And Weber now touching it for the first time behind the back. Thought about the double team, did Baldwin. Showing man-to-man defense, Weber up top, swinging for Sydney Busher. Little flex offense shown now by the Broncos. But it's falling apart just a little bit. Bond coming around, getting the handoff. Now working on Neufeld, straight to the basket, off the mark, rebounded inside, and put up and put in by Sydney Busher. So all 4 points have come via taking out the trash, boarding, and scoring. Spinning inside goes Reichert and is rejected at the basket. The Broncos have a chance to build on this lead. Bond pushing up ahead down the right side. Cut off by Neufeld. Now bounces it for Weber. Takes the shot and connects on her first attempt. Jenna Weber for 2. The offense is flowing here early for the Broncos. Frost puts it on the floor in the corner, blocking foul as Busher tried to slide in early, didn't get there in time. So first for Busher, second foul for the Broncos. Inbounded, tipped, and stolen away by Weber. Broncos had that one scouted out. Here comes Suter. Down the middle to Bond in the corner. After the shot fake into the middle of the lane, the runner's no good. Scrap for the rebound, controlled by Lang. And here come the Bulldogs up ahead, and the pass deflected. Hectic start to this one as the Bulldogs have yet to find their flow offensively. Bond pounds with the right hand. Is guarded by Neufeld as a couple subs ready to come in for the Broncos. Suter up high for Weber. Let's go, the triple, and converts. Well, look out, Jenna Weber hit a long 2, comes right back and hits a 3-pointer. It is 9-1 early. The Broncos up big.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by. Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit Elliott.
Baldwin with the inbound. They just called timeout after being blitzed 9-1, 5 straight points by Weber, Busher, and Bond also have a bucket apiece. Great start for Spring Hill. They also started really hot in the game on Tuesday and eventually were defeated in that contest, but I love to see that, and that's such a sign of great coaching, preparing your players for a game. It's probably easier on Friday. Teams look forward to Friday games all week, but when you come out firing on Tuesday against a top quality opponent like Spring Hill did, that really impressed me in their midweek matchup. Seems to be their tendency. Here's Weber working with a screen up high, runs into a couple of defenders, pass into the middle, and now outside. 3-ball on the way off the back iron for Herman. Just into the game and firing away with no hesitation. Marin Frost down the court looking for Neufeld. Now spinning back to the right hand. The runner won't go, and it's boarded by Busher. Weber up ahead for Herman. And now down low for Callie Rodden. Again, providing a spark down low off the bench. Lang picks up the personal on the play. And Rodden has this tendency to come in off the bench, get involved almost immediately. Whether that be rebounding the basketball, whether that be getting her hands on it down low. Converts the first free throw attempt. and get Spring Hill up to 10 points. Neufeld 2 for 2, much needed for the Bulldogs. And here they come into their offense where they have not excelled thus far. Neufeld takes the screen up high from Reichert, and the pass deflected by Weber out of bounds, and it's going to be Bronco basketball. Good defense by Weber. I don't think that would go as an official steal, and certainly not something we have the capacity to track, doing our best to keep up to date with all the individual point scores here. We do that manually. Starting the drive, here comes Herman, runs into trouble, back out for Rodden. Rodden guarded by Toot, back out. The three on the way and down for Herman. Well, Herman didn't hesitate right off the bench. Didn't make the first one, does make the second, and that builds the lead now for the Broncos, 14-1. They lead over Baldwin. Crossover move by Frost, nowhere to go with it. As Chloe Neufeld, younger sister, in the game now. And that was a foul on the floor. Looked like could have been a travel, but one of those cases where the foul then resulted in a player traveling. So Busher picks up the second personal, and unfortunately for Busher, that has been one of the themes of her season so far. Really effective player for the Broncos, but can run into foul trouble. Just a sophomore, Sydney Busher. So that is something that kind of comes out with more experience. Fouling's not always a bad thing, but when you're a starting player, you're relied upon to stay in the game for the entire game. It is just something you have to manage. Here comes Neufeld on the deck, and another foul. It's going to be Baldwin ball underneath. So Baldwin basketball underneath. Falsely, that was not a foul. Thought I heard a whistle coming in there. Comes Neufeld in the corner. Now they swing it around. And younger Neufeld looking for space outside. Foul down low. Coming in on LaPlante. Well, Baldwin will be hoping that when this foul count possibly gets into the bonus, as it's at a 4 right now with 2:20 to go here in quarter number 1. They're going to hope they can convert those free throws because they have been paltry from the field so far. Bronco defense smothering them. Here comes Bailey Smith around the screen, bouncing it down low for Lang, and another shot opportunity comes up empty. Up ahead for Todd, who lost it underneath. Baldwin now with a chance. 3-on-2. Can they take advantage? No, they can't. LaPlante got the steal that time as Carly Neufeld just kept on going right into her. Pass outside was looking for Weber. Instead, they get it to Todd. Now Herman starting the move. Inside, off the window, no good. And I think that's going to be over the back possibly. Oh, my. Oh, my. That's a foul on Baldwin. Oh, my goodness. Even with my purple-colored Bronco-friendly glasses on, wow. I'm shocked about that call. Number 50, Callie Rodden, was leaning over the back of the defender who was boxing out, did tip the ball. Sometimes you see refs that just allow that type of play, which is perfectly fine to me. I'm a big guy, so I like it when they let the big guys play. But that certainly was an interesting decision. Nonetheless, 14-1, Weber lets go another three, and she hits it off the dribble. Jenna Weber, red hot offensively. Got a 2 and a couple of threes, leading the way for the Broncos, who are up by 16 with time ticking away in the first quarter. Baldwin swinging it around, and each possession they feel the importance of every shot. 3 balls on the way from the corner off the front iron. It's Chloe Neufeld. Neufeld, just a freshman, as a cross-court pass for Jaylee White. Played much of that JV contest. That pass not completed, though. Jaylee White, another sophomore. Takes a lot of energy, folks, to play a JV game and then just have enough energy for even to sit on the bench and be a good teammate, let alone actually get in the game. And that's what Jaylee White is doing. It's great experience, too. Very interesting experience to be one of the best players on the floor and go from that to suddenly you're one of the smallest, least athletic, slowest players on the court usually. That's how it goes for those players that are playing both JV and varsity. And that's what Jaylee White is experiencing this year. Neufeld up high is guarded by Weber with time ticking down here in the first. Dribbles with the left hand as the Bulldogs look to get into their set. Looks like some confusion where they want to go with it. Now a double team from the Broncos. Screen on Weber. And a shot up by Frost off the iron. And so the Bulldogs score just a single point in the first quarter of action. Broncos lead big here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal, to make well, and to restore health. And that is our goal for each one of our patients who walks through the door.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-43.
Second quarter coming to you from Spring Hill as the Broncos they appear to be in prime position to move back to 500 on the season here as they are up by 16 in quarter number 1. Pass inside looking for Butcher, back out LaPlante as most of the starting unit in there for the Broncos. In fact, the entire starting unit is in there as a Bond was fouled on her way to the cup. Marion Frost picks up the personal. Bond heads to the line. Bond with 2 points in the first quarter. Weber with 8. Busher has 2. Herman hit a 3. And Callie Rodden with a free throw. That one up and good from Bond, 1 for 2. That pass was kicked by Weber. Inbound from Frost. And Baldwin appeared to be a little bit shell-shocked here as that pass thrown away by Reichard that time. Bond is cut off, gets it to Weber. Double teamed at the top of the key. Now over for LaPlante. Bond off the screen, sets herself for 3, can't convert. That one rolling around, wide open underneath. And an easy 2 for LaPlante after the scramble for the rebound. First points of the contest for Anna LaPlante. That one off the official, who is considered a part of the playing field, or playing court as they'd call it on this side. Baldwin are going to call another timeout. They trailed by 19 points here early in quarter number 2.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow.
Back after the timeout with the Broncos scoring the first 4 points of quarter number 2, or first 3, I should say. Bond went 1 for 2 on the free throws. Here is LaPlante at the elbow, back for Bond. Suter now down low, gets it to Busher, and Busher lost it. Comes Frost the other way with the right hand. Stops and pulls up for the triple. It's off the mark. And it's been that kind of night for Baldwin. Actually, hasn't really been that kind of night that we just saw where they missed an open shot. They just haven't really created many open opportunities, but need to convert when they get one, and couldn't there. Bond guarded at the top of the key by Reichert. A lot of size at the guard spots in that matchup. Bond relocates. Nice job finding some space. Trying to knife her way inside, gets it to Weber, who loads up the 3. It's off the mark. Little heat check there for Weber, who was well defended on that play. Neufeld crosses left to right, pulls back behind the three-point line for Reichert. Down inside, Emma Kate Lang is fouled. It's going to be on the floor. So fouled in the process of making that righty drop step. LaPlante picks up foul number 2 on the game, and Neufeld will inbound. Kind of off-centered there under the basket. Bounced for Lang. Swung out for Reichert. Starts the drive, goes up on the left side and can't convert. Here comes Bond way up the court. Nice pass for Suter, who looked inside and got it to Busher. Beautiful offense for the Broncos. Running the fast break, the starters getting it done. And these starters may not see much of them in the second half if things continue to progress as they're going here. It's going to be another foul on the floor. That is 6 now on the Broncos. Next one will give free throws to the Bulldogs. LaPlante, unfortunately, that's number 3 for her. Rodden back in, as we get to see a mixed unit now for the Broncos. Starters really look good. I mean, they start the game, 10-1 run, get some subs in there. They come back in the second quarter. They score the first 6 points of the second quarter. Absolutely dominant here against the Bulldogs. Neufeld is cut off by Weber. It's been a force defensively tonight, and there is a much-needed bucket. Emma Kate Lang puts it in from the left box with the right hand. Bond has it up top, goes behind the back with it. Now swings it over for Hill. Rodden down low for Weber. Trying to get it done in the post. Now back for Rodden. Suter starts the move in the corner. Back to Weber. Set up for 3, and it's off the front iron. Weber making the first 2, missing the next 2 as goes all the way inside that time. Chloe Neufeld, the diminutive freshman, gets all the way to the rack and gets fouled. Suter picks up the first foul, and Bulldogs will be shooting from here. We'll try to get you your area matchups as we look at halftime. We've got that one other game we're keeping track of as part of your Michael Grand Farmers Bureau Halftime Insurance halftime show. Did a pretty good job of tracking the scores here, making it easy on me. Broncos have it, setting up the offense on the elbow, looking for that to pass inside to Weber, ultimately forced it. And Baldwin coming the other way. I think they just threw it away. They did. That one untouched. Here comes Bond. Is still being guarded by Neufeld, the older Neufeld. And Bond on the shot attempt got fouled. Looks like Bond just created some space for herself, as she is prone to do. And Neufeld kind of recovering after the screen, just a little over-eager and committing the foul on the play. 1 for 2 for Bond on the game so far. Make that to 2 for 3. Things going pretty well, all things considered, early in the head coaching career of Paige Husa here, as Broncos seem set to get back to 500. Of course, some of those losses, too, coming against some tough tournament opponents, and then one of the best teams in the entire state, and that is an offensive foul. You can see how much the bench loves that. They are psyched up. Delaney Hill beating the offensive player to the spot and taking the bump for the charge. That one hurts a whole lot more in the morning than it hurts when all your teammates get up off the bench like that and cheer you on. Weber to inbound as Baldwin showing some full court pressure. Pretty token pressure, though, as Bond crosses the midline easily. Left to right cross, gets it outside for Suter. Now Busher has it in the corner of that post, a little bit congested for the Broncos. Bond has some space and now passes underneath. The idea was a good one from Bond, but the execution of the pass, unfortunately, was not there. Jaylee White coming into the contest now, number 11. About the time that she entered the first quarter as well. Shadowing Neufeld, sophomore on a freshman action there. As Marin Frost bounces it down low. Nice move here by Reichard, but the shot just bounces out. That's one you got to have if you're the Bulldogs. Bond dribbling with the left, and now the right hand spins back to the left side and puts it in. Addison Bond's offensive repertoire, you can see it growing game by game here as the Bulldogs able to beat Bailey Smith, able to beat the Broncos down the floor that time. But Bond kind of early on in this season was almost purely a distributor, almost purely a ball handler. And more each game has grown into a bigger role scoring the basketball. That pass up, and that will be a foul, this time against the Broncos. Going for that rebound, Delaney Hill picks up the personal. Hill a couple boards and also took that charge down low, over eager on the pursuit, talking it over with coach, who says, hey, sometimes the refs are right. Sometimes that was a foul, and sometimes players need to hear that. Carly Toot at the free throw line. And the first shot of the 1-and-1 is off the mark, but it's mishandled by the Broncos. Head coach of the Bulldogs is Aaron Toot, or Eric Toot, rather. Likely a relation. I've been roasted for making assumptions at this level about who is whose brother, sister, cousin, daughter, you know. So I try to refrain from doing so when it's visiting teams, and I don't have that inside knowledge, but family ties on the court to be certain. This time the foul is going to come in against the Bulldogs. Neufeld picks up the second personal. Broncos inbound running point. This time it's Herman. Different look for Spring Hill with Bond on the bench currently. Weber takes the screen up high, steps into the triple off the front iron and just bounces out. Almost got the shooter's roll. Neufeld now threw it straight to Jenna Weber. Weber playing free safety on the play. You could tell that she could sniff out that steal well before the pass was thrown and was perfectly positioned, kind of crouching down low to bait the offensive player into the pass. Defense turns to offense. That's what Jenna Weber will love to see. Kind of started the game hot, then missed her last couple. Then you get an easy one like that, turning your defense into offense. Baldwin trying to get it from the corner down into the post. Instead, it was nearly a backcourt violation. Here comes White all the way in and puts it up and in for two. Jaylee White, the sophomore, really like what I've seen out of her game. One of several underclassmen on this team who are playing increasingly important roles. That one is out of bounds. Margot Todd returns. Everywhere you look, it's sophomore after sophomore. The Spring Hill Broncos, a chance to grow with their new head coach. Here's White again, puts it on the deck, now gets it over into the corner. Todd looking for support, back to White. White leaves it for Herman. As you can tell, the Broncos a little bit discombobulated when they don't have some of their top dogs in the game, but Herman kind of took advantage of that broken play and moved inside, put it in for two. Herman, a nice player. Did not feature in that first Spring Hill contest that I saw, but has been a staple since. Now under 10 seconds, Baldwin dribbling out the clock. Time something they really don't have the luxury of now. They turn it over. Still time for the Broncos to put up a shot here. And they do. It's Delaney Hill. It's well short, but the Broncos lead 32-7 thanks to a huge first quarter here. You see the boys on the court. Their game starts after this girls contest does, but your Bronco ladies up 32-7 here at halftime. You're watching high school basketball here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us. one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal, to make well, and to restore health. And that is our goal for each one of our patients who walks through the door.
Well, the halftime show here on Spring Hill Sports Live is brought to you by Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. The Broncos are rolling here at the half. They lead 32-7 over the Baldwin Bulldogs. Now, Baldwin did come into this one 3-1. Of course, any team is a subject to schedule variability early on in the season. It's why we try not to put too much stock into preseason rankings, too much stock into current results, because especially at the 4A level, and obviously Spring Hill at the 5A level, but Baldwin and many of the teams in the Frontier League are in 4A. You really play some teams of varying quality, and that quality, I mean, really, really varies. And so you can end up like Baldwin right now. They took a heavy loss to Lewisburg in their last game. That was on this past Tuesday. They lost 73-45. Now, they also beat Paola in terms of talking Frontier League. So this is the third Frontier contest of the season for them. I believe the second for Spring Hill. That's why I called it a big indicator game. And so far, that indicator is indicating that the Spring Hill Broncos have a heck of a team here, despite their youth, despite they're having a rookie head coach. They are really getting it done efficiently here tonight. Addison Bond, 7 points at the half. Jenna Weber leads the way with 10. Busher has 4. Suter has not scored yet, has played pretty well, though. Herman's got 5 points. LaPlante with 2. Kelly Rodden, a couple of free throws, 2 points for her. And Jaylee White, a single basket for the sophomore, playing both JV and varsity right now for the Broncos. Baldwin, they scored just 7 points, just 1 in the first quarter. Carly Neufeld scored that one. Bailey Smith with a bucket, and Chloe Neufeld has done the rest of the scoring for Baldwin. We'll talk a little bit of the boys matchup next, and a preview second half of the girls coming up here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
You've been in there over 30 minutes. You don't pay the water bill, get out.
Wouldn't it be great if you could control your internet usage like other utilities?
I can.
No, I mean if you could control how much usage there was so you could save yourself money, like with water.
Yeah, I know. I already can with Go Brawly.
Oh, well, now you can. With the all-new app from Go Brawly, you'll have complete control from anywhere. Visit GoBrawly.com to learn more.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-433-4567.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
First Option Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, second half coming your way here from Spring Hill High School. Alex Smith here with you and Curtis Kaiser on the camera. I have previewed his debut on the mic a couple times now. Don't want to overhype it too much and put pressure on it, but I'll be watching from Minnesota. And the Spring Hill Broncos trying to replicate that first half success immediately starting out the second half. And LaPlante sticks in the deuce, gets fouled, has a chance for a three-point play. LaPlante, a single bucket there in the first half. And Herman just subbed into the game. It looked like as Bond will take a quick seat. 34-7 early in quarter number 3. And the part I have kind of neglected to mention in my pregame focus, I didn't talk about defense. I talked about rebounding as they enact what I'm saying right there. Jenna Weber gets the steal and the score. Second time she's done that in this one. The defense of this Spring Hill Broncos team, they've got pretty good size when they play against 4 and 5A teams. We saw how that went against the Raiders from Shawnee Mission South the other week. But when they play against this type of opponent, they've got big guards, not just big post players, but usually when you have bigger guards, that means the other team has quicker guards. But that is not the case for the Broncos here tonight. They are bigger and quicker on the perimeter. That's leading to those steals, those runouts, and that most of all is leading to the scoreboard on that Bulldog side, reading just 7 points here already in the third quarter. Nice move on the elbow by Busher. That's advance going to the left side. Promising offensive work by the sophomore. Still looking for more good stats and info, especially on this girls team. Got some good connections to mine on the boys side, but getting with coach. Still don't have player heights on the roster. We're struggling for any info on any player that we can get. So if you see us and you want to tell us any info, please do so. Up top here is LaPlante handing off to Bond. Now Weber, always a threat to pull the trigger from behind the line. Busher now waiting for some to happen. Instead kind of forced something to happen. And it wasn't a horrible pass, but Suter kind of was not in position to control it. Spring Hill will take a 30-second timeout. Coach Husa wants to talk things over. We'll break 2 here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT.
Quick timeout on Spring Hill Sports Live, and the Baldwin Bulldogs called for the double dribble that time. Unfortunate, as they already trail by 30 points. We expected a closer matchup tonight. You never really expect a 30-point game in the third quarter. But we do expect a close, high-level matchup on the boys' side, as Baldwin do come in undefeated. They're 4-0. That was an illegal screen on LaPlante, who actually just picked up her 4th personal. And Coach Husa, fortunately, can kind of just laugh it off, as benching one of your starters may not matter when the score says what it says. Infield swinging it, as the Bulldogs get it to Bailey Smith underneath. They found Lang, who inverted, got down low in the paint, and was fouled. That one goes on Rodden. Nice game by Callie Rodden so far. That kind of first wave off the bench may see tons of time here in the second half, and expect as we get to the fourth quarter, may see some faces, frankly, that I haven't seen in my 3rd game this season covering the Spring Hill Broncos. That second free throw banked in from straight on. First point of the contest for Lang. Busher now on the elbow. Beautiful play. You free up Weber like that, and she won't miss many of those coming around the flex cut, and puts it in. And Weber on the other end gets the block. Swatted it away with the left hand. Let's see if they can repay her. All the way inside goes Suter, and that was a pretty simple call for the official, as she tramples over the defender. Suter, one of the only Spring Hill players that has yet to score points in this contest. Broncos will, of course, lose Weber to graduation, then that will be a big loss for them, but they have such a nice group of same age level players. So many sophomores that are emerging as key pieces for the program. Mentioned that they should be able to kind of convert that into a nice period of growth for this team, and a great time to pick up a talented young head coach and have that be part of that growth experience. Is Suter putting it on the floor and putting it in. Busher, first basket of the second, scored a single bucket in both the first and the second quarter. and does get the ball plenty standing on that elbow in this offense. This offense that kind of turns those post players, those bigger players, into playmakers facing the basket at the free throw line. The lefty stroke is good from the stripe. Cross-court pass for the Bulldogs makes its way to Neufeld. Starts the drive, cut off by Weber. Kick out three for Bailey Smith, off the mark. And a couple of Broncos could have gotten that rebound. Here comes White, bouncing with the right hand. Todd for Weber, who will try the three from straight on, off the back iron, but got her own board. Weber starts the move now, sets an off-ball screen as White dribbles. Rodden now near the corner. For Busher. Swing pass for White, starts the move, and back to Rodden. Elbow J is off the backboard, no good. Reached over and fouled on the rebound by Jaylee White. Jaylee White will certainly sleep well tonight. Played the entirety of the, well, didn't play every minute, but was featuring in all four quarters of the JV contest. And it was a very close game. That game went right down to the wire, went down to the final shot. Ended up being a 3-point win for the Broncos girls JV team. And White, of course, was a huge part of that win, and now is playing important minutes here in the varsity contest. Here she is running point, gets it up to Weber. Now Busher turns and faces as she does so well. Weber waiting for the screen, now gets it, and she was wide open underneath. They got it to her late, but they're going to call a foul off the ball. My goodness, I love, even though that one didn't end in a basket, I love watching this Spring Hill girls team execute their offense. And as the season goes on, that's when players start to feel that they can improvise within that offense and make counter moves and things like that. That's normally something you see on the high school level after the winter break, after the new year, as the Bulldogs do start this wave of players that we maybe didn't think we were going to see tonight. Samantha Scraper, one of them out there, the junior wearing number 0. Three ball on the way for Neufeld. It is off the mark. Rebounded, though, by the Bulldogs. Inside now for Reichert, who had it stolen away. Almost stolen away, I should say. Neufeld backs out on Weber. Now starts the left-handed drive. Got blocked again. I think that's Weber's third block of the contest. Now another kick out. Reichert had the three, decided not to take it. And that one tossed out of bounds. You see that tight Bronco D and the effect it has as that possession just wears on and on. It seems like nobody even wants the ball on the Baldwin side. 33-point lead here for the Broncos. Into Busher at the elbow. Now Weber left her wide open. Can't do that, but she can't make him pay this time. Rebounded inside by the Bulldogs. They'll come the other way with Neufeld. Neufeld for Reichert, drives to the middle and kicks it back out. Samantha Scraper into the game. That's just a fantastic basketball name. Three-pointer on the way, off the mark, and rebound makes its way to Scraper. Nice pass inside, and that's a little better looking for the Bulldogs. Reichert puts it in for 2. Weber looking to build on what I have is currently a 12-point night, and she may do so here off the back screen again. That play is money for Spring Hill, and that's because teams are so often used to seeing shooters running to the three-point line. When you run them backdoor, rub them off a back screen like that, you can get them wide open underneath, and why not do it? Shot up and banked in from straight on. And that will prompt a Baldwin timeout. We'll take one as well as we move toward the fourth quarter. You're watching Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your locally owned hometown Allstate agent is Libby Clark. Now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill, Libby and her staff are passionate about the people they serve, helping them protect what matters most. With 24-hour customer service and options for online and in-person appointments, the Libby Clark Agency is the small-town agent you've grown to love, with the experience and products you'd expect from an industry-recognized premier agency. Visit them at their new location in downtown Spring Hill, just 1 block off Main on Hale, or call 913-686-6205.
Well, 30 to play here in quarter number 3. Remember, though, we won't be done after this here on Spring Hill Sports Live. We've got the boys matchup coming your way between the Broncos and the unbeaten Baldwin Bulldogs. One of the top teams, at least so far, did not see their name in any rankings that I checked, but as I so often say, those rankings are absolutely meaningless at this point in the season. Neufeld pounds with the right hand, takes the screen up high, shadowed by Weber. Gives it to Frost in the corner, starts the move, and they're looking for Lang underneath. She's tied up, and it will stay. No, it will go to the Broncos. Broncos ball with 3 to shoot. See if they can dial up anything here. Got to catch the ball, ideally moving toward your own basket. Weber gonna try a heave from half court, and it looked online, but short. We'll head to the fourth. Broncos leading 47-12 here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
What is typically
your locally owned hometown Allstate agent is Libby Clark. Now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill, Libby and her staff are passionate about the people they serve, helping them protect what matters most. With 24-hour customer service and options for online and in-person appointments, the Libby Clark Agency is the small-town agent you've grown to love, with the experience and products you'd expect from an industry-recognized premier agency. Visit them at their new location in downtown Spring Hill, just 1 block off Main on Hale, or call 913-686-6205.
Fourth quarter coming your way, and it should be a quick one because, as the PA announcer just announced to everybody here at Spring Hill High School, fourth quarter will be running clock. The rule in the Kansas State High School League is as a foul comes in that time, as Reichard will head to the line. The rule being that if you're up by 30 points in the fourth quarter, then that would lead to a running clock, which the clock, of course, was stopped by our folks running it when the point is, during these free throws, that it's supposed to run. So it is running now. They've rectified that situation. And 1 for 2 goes Reichert. Bring you the post-game show next, the combo post and pregame show, as we'll be previewing, of course, the boys matchup as well. And I believe we've done a fairly good job today of tracking these Spring Hill point totals. So things are looking up here on Spring Hill Sports Live. There is hope for us yet. Jenna Weber looking for Bond in the post. Couldn't find her. Nice move inside by Bond. Couldn't convert, but was fouled. So Bond to the free throw line. Neufeld picks up the 4th personal for her. Bond off the front iron. On second, goes down. Here come the Bulldogs. Drive in the middle, now kicked back out for Lang. And tipped, but tipped out of bounds by Busher. Well, Bond heads to the bench, maybe for the final time possibly, as we'll see what the Broncos elect to do with their subs here. Leading this one big, looking to move to 3-3. Rebound inside by Busher, who has been fantastic here this evening. So calm, so assured with the basketball as the Broncos continue to kind of feel out the rest of their offense in addition to what Weber is going to provide them on a nightly basis. Here is Weber trying to get inside now. Couldn't find space for the shot. Now does, and is fouled on the J. Believe that was a long two-pointer, but we'll see how many shots they give her. Carly Neufeld the foul this time. So it is Weber shooting 2 shots. Todd enters the game, replacing Busher. I believe this will be the final act of the starters for the Broncos. As Weber goes a satisfying 2 for 2. Up to 16 points now for Weber, 6 of those coming in the second half. Here's Bailey Smith with the dribble, bouncing it down low for Emma Kate Lang, and the foul comes in. That one goes on Delaney Hill. And no good on the free throw attempt. Baldwin, as we march through this fourth quarter. Going to take a look at their point scored totals here on the season. And that one inbounded and put in. There's a couple more. Lauren Berg puts it in. One's bouncing around. Here comes Herman for Delaney Hill, but it's poked away. Bulldogs a run-out chance, really their first fast break opportunity of the game, and it results in a foul. That one comes against Herman. So Baldwin, they beat Paola, scoring 43 points in that game. Won their next game against Garnet Anderson County, scoring 43 also in that game. Beat Burlington, scoring 50 points in that game, and then defeated by Lewisburg by a final of 73-45. So Lewisburg won big over Baldwin. They, however, did it in a completely different manner than Spring Hill just did it tonight. 50-15 here with 2 minutes left. That says something different than 70-45. 15 points is a statement defensively by the Broncos. That one wasn't so much great defense, though. Pretty much threw it right to Weber. And Weber now will step into the triple and can it. Jenna Weber staying up late, staying in this game late, and may have just exceeded the 20-point mark as I try to do some quick math. Believe that gives her 19 points on the game. We'll have 1-and-1 fouls coming, or 1-and-1 free throws coming for Neufeld. And Weber, believe that will end the night for her. Yes, I have 10 points in the first half and 9 there with that 3 for Weber. Very balanced effort across each quarter. Scored in every quarter. And that was not the case against the Raiders of Shawnee Mission South. That's something that Spring Hill will love to see out of her. You're going to see points out of Jenna Weber no matter when they come. It's that consistency, that ability to be steadfast for your team that is going to be key for her, key for the Broncos as this season continues, as they may face some tougher opposition than this Baldwin side. Inside the final minute, my goodness, that running clock really does make things go a whole lot faster. As Hill will inbound now, and the Broncos are ready to move to 3-3. You'd love to just close the book on the pre-New Year part of the season right now and head into that New Year period feeling great, but they've got a chance to double down on it and get another win. Do the Broncos coming up on a Tuesday. .20 seconds remain. Wide open underneath. Look at that setup and look at the finish from Delaney Hill. Delaney Hill's had a great game, a pretty scrappy game, as they're trying to indicate to the clock that they should kill the clock, not just allow the game to end here on a free throw. But this will end the game here after the second attempt, the shot, and it goes down. Buzzer beater bucket for Emory Feedback. That feels nice. And the Broncos, the final here, 55-17. They win big over Baldwin, a statement win for Paige Husa and the Broncos. We'll break it down. We'll preview the boys matchup next. You're watching high school basketball here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com. Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
Option Bank Community Banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Well, you're watching the post-game show first, then pre-game show. That's what I've decided here on Spring Hill Sports Live. A massive, and I mean truly massive win, 55-17 on the girls' side. The Broncos end up going 3-3. They've got another one before the Christmas break here as well. Point totals, 19 points for Weber. You got 9 points on the game for Bond, who came alive there in the second quarter. I got 4 on the game for Busher. Actually, correct that, 7 on the game for Busher, 5 for Herman, 4 points for LaPlante, and Rodden scored 2 in the first half. Jaylee White, also the JV varsity swing player, getting a bucket for her efforts. On the other side for Baldwin, they're now reeling, coming off of back-to-back big losses. A 75-40 loss to Lewisburg, now a 55-13 loss, or was that 17 points, I should say, 55-17 a loss to these Broncos, and that's not going to feel good. They're going to need to reset here, as they do have that win against Paola. They do have a Frontier League win on the season. They can feel good about that, but things are not dandy on the girls' side for Baldwin. That's not the case, though, here for the men's matchup. They do come into this one undefeated. Spring Hill have already faced another tough Frontier League team. You're getting 2 of the better ones right out of the chute for the Spring Hill Broncos, and we'll see what they can do here against the Bulldogs of Baldwin. We got this one coming your way next. We got my brain working properly, hopefully, here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
First Option Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Ladies, do you know what you want to drink?
Ooh, yeah, I'll have the unlimited coffee.
Me too. You got some coffee?
You know, back in my day, unlimited meant there were no limits. But you need a Tired of paying for unlimited offers that leave you feeling limited? Experience Limitless with Go Brawley.
Your locally owned hometown Allstate agent is Libby Clark, now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill. Libby and her staff are passionate about the people they serve, helping them protect what matters most. With 24-hour customer service and options for online and in-person appointments, the Libby Clark Agency is the small-town agent you've grown to love, with the experience and products you'd expect from an industry-recognized premier agency. Visit them at their new location in downtown Spring Hill, just 1 block off Main on Hale, or call 913-686-6205.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Well, we transition now to the pregame show here on Spring Hill Sports Live. And as it was earlier today, it is presented by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. Well, the Bulldogs coming here, certainly they are full of confidence. They have had a 4-0 record this season early on, and they've played a couple of tough opponents too. They also beat Paola, of course, in that opening double-header win for both Baldwin teams. They've beaten Lewisburg 56-45. That game, of course, took place on a Tuesday. Nice recap on the Lewisburg sports site. If you ever want good high school sports content, by the way, Lewisburg Sports Scribe on Twitter. Obviously, that does have a Lewisburg slant, but you're going to see tons of coverage around the Frontier League. By nature of that, they have a fantastic, unbelievable website with great coverage of the team over there. That's where I come from in terms of my experience with these networks. I covered Lewisburg last year. That's who Baldwin beat last Tuesday. Tough win there. Tough scrapped it out 56-45. So this tells you they've won both of these Frontier League matchups, mid-50s type of game. And that's what Spring Hill Bronco girls just did. Won a game by, more than 30 points. They only scored 55 points. So this could be a defensive slog. It certainly appears to be a long, athletic Baldwin team here that is warming up in front of us. Of course, it is dangerous, though, to take conclusions from layup lines, as anyone who's been involved with traveling basketball, high school basketball, any level of youth basketball will know that even when they've got dunkers in those lines, that doesn't necessarily mean anything about the outcome of these games. We're about 5 minutes from opening tip. I will try to get you some starters and key matchups next, cover some area ones as well. You're watching high school basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and texts. We ended up with our dream home, all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries. hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2050. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Spring Hill Sports Live caught me slipping right there is presented by Strode Orthodontics, which specializes in creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and the staff at Strode Orthodontics is experienced, highly trained and fully licensed orthodontic specialists with decades of combined experience in the orthodontics field. With locations in Spring Hill, Olathe, and Overland Park, learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Yes, it is possible your son or daughter may have imperfect teeth, and now they could be sitting at a broadcast table with beautiful teeth because they had braces. My parents got me braces, and now I'm in broadcasting. I try to keep it mostly in radio so I don't have to be on the screen ever, but that certainly is a positive for me. It's going to be a positive for Spring Hill if they can rally and win this game, head into the Christmas period, moving closer to 500. They could do so. They could move to 500 were they to win this one and then double down and win on a Tuesday as well. But, of course, that needs to start with a win here today. We've had a couple of different configurations of this Spring Hill starting lineup, and we have not received these starters up here yet at the table, so you're finding them out with us here. For the Bulldogs, Talon Torres will start. This is someone with connections to Spring Hill, grew up playing with these players at the youth level, moved over to Baldwin City starting high school, and will wear number 10. Again, the Bulldogs are going to be in purple. That doesn't match our scorebug, but that is because we have opted for consistency over changing it for one game. We keep Spring Hill on the left side of your scorebug, and we keep them purple. That is what we do on Spring Hill Sports Live. And looking at these Spring Hill starters, it's like Chase Bond is out there for the Broncos. So is Luke Metcalf, who was omitted once from this starting lineup. D. Albini will start and man that center position. And Evan Brown and Keaton Neal, a young starting lineup for the Broncos. Moments away from starting lineup. We will step away for one final second. You're watching boys basketball here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your locally owned hometown All-State agent is Libby Clark, now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill. Libby and her staff are passionate about the people they serve, helping them protect what matters most. With 24-hour customer service and options for online and in-person appointments, the Libby Clark Agency is the small-town agent you've grown to love, with the experience and products you'd expect from an industry-recognized premier agency. Visit them at their new location in downtown Spring Hill, just one block off Main on Hale, or call 913-686-6205.
Ready for tip-off here on Spring Hill Sports Live, as we've got to the starting five out there, and it's going to be the Broncos taking away this tip, and freshman Keaton Neal running point for the Broncos. Now D'Albini up top, back for Neal, sets him a screen in the corner. Back for D'Albini. Power dribble is stripped away. Here come the Bulldogs. Caleb Carr Looking back for Torres, thought about the quick shot, decided not to take it. Grossner on the floor, back for Caleb Carr. Now into the corner. First three on the way, no good for Cooper Carr. So Caleb Carr and Cooper Carr. The younger Cooper Carr is just a freshman. Older one, number 13, is a senior. And those two will be key, both in the starting lineup, of course, for Baldwin. Nice, good-looking free throw jumper goes off the back iron for Metcalf. Rebounded by Neal, who tossed it up off the backboard. Wild attempt won't go. And a minute in, both teams trying to get on the scoreboard first. Stolen away by the Broncos. Evan Brown, nice positioning, got it for Neal. Now takes the high screen from Bond. Metcalf gets one from D'Albini in the corner. Three ball on the way from Brown off the back iron. Baldwin swinging around. Attacking the basket on the right side of your screen. Torres flips it over to Cooper Carr. Now for Caleb. And a foul is going to come on the floor. And I think I referenced this in the last game I broadcasted, but sometimes the way that officials act when they call an off-the-ball foul, they feel like they need to be extra demonstrative and extra. They just need to throw something extra in it and be extra confident about the call, maybe, if you're going to call an off-ball foul. And just think that can be entertaining when you watch these officials suddenly get really serious. And they're calling in those fouls. Here is Torres for Grossner in the corner. Torres starts the baseline drive and finishes on the other side with the right hand. Keaton Neal moving past Carr, now past Torres, and is fouled. It's on the floor. So Caleb Carr is guarding the freshman Keaton Neal. Senior on a freshman action there. Looking for Metcalf underneath. Now Keaton Neal starts the drive. Back for D'Albini. Puts a shoulder into the defensive player. And, well, they called an offensive foul on that one. And, I mean, it was a little obvious maybe the way that D'Albini lowered the shoulder there. But it didn't seem like there was a whole lot of contact there to call the charge. As expected, though, low-scoring game early on here. Easy foul call there on Metcalf, who was reaching in and ended up grabbing the shoulder of Cooper Carr. Carr for Darnell. Now back for Caleb Carr. Return pass, Darnell inside, has good size there, but turns it over. Here come the Broncos. Nice step through by Bond, but he's rejected at the rim. Baldwin the other way. Carr lost it, got stripped. Cooper Carr, though, scoops it up and puts it in. Cooper Carr with the first bucket of his night. Opens up the 4-point lead. Keaton Neal, fake pass out, nice move, but can't finish. Needs to get back defensively now. Baldwin with numbers on the charge. Torres, no hesitation for three. Torres knocks it down, has 5 points, and Baldwin leads 7-0 early. It's the reverse of what we saw on the girls' side. And it's the Broncos trailing big. We'll take an early timeout.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400. Or
Spring Hill on the inbound and nearly throw it away, and they did throw it away. Well, I should speak for myself. I was barely ready for that action to resume there. So were the Broncos. Didn't look like they had enough time really to talk things over and get going again. 3 ball on the way for the Bulldogs. Off the mark from Grossner. Luke Metcalf with the right hand going the other way. Now switches to the left. Handoff for Jackson. Here's a nice drive by Bond. Back for Metcalf. Patted, poked away. Baldwin coming the other way. Darnell got the steal, eventually did get it to his guards. Caleb Carr backing out on Metcalf. Gets it to Grossner. Now Darnell down low. That's where they like him. Out for Carr again. Zimbicki, one of the first subs in the game for Baldwin. As that offense kind of stagnating, but no need to force it here with the early lead. Carr steps into a jumper and looks smooth as he knocks it down. That's Caleb Carr. You saw Cooper Carr score earlier in the contest for Baldwin. Freshman got on the score sheet first in this one, but now they've both got 2 points. Nice drive here started by Chase Bond, and he's fouled. Should be free throws. Nope, on the ground. I forget, coming from the college game as I do, they're so strict on what is considered a shooting foul. And I don't mind that. It's just that I've been brainwashed by the professional and the collegiate game where they like to give players style points. They like to let highlight plays happen. It's not necessarily a bad thing. I see the value of both, but hard to get those free throws at the high school level. Here's Metcalf. Couple Spring Hill Broncos subs in the game. Corner, Chase Bond for Kirchner down low, misses the first. Rebounded, though, by Brown, who missed the follow. We need those, trailing 9-0 in the first quarter, still haven't scored. Torres around the screen now, pulls it for 3. Well, a homecoming for Torres of sorts, and this type of thing is always bound to happen when you go up against a bunch of guys you grew up with. It just means that little bit more, and it just supercharges your game, at least coming out of it, especially in the first quarter, especially that initial flurry that we're seeing now. Metcalf nowhere to go with it. Back out for Kirchner, the 3. That gets a Spring Hill on the board. Crucially, and from distance, that'll help things as well. Baldwin trying to respond. They'll take a 3 of their own, and it was partially blocked. It's going to be a foul as Brown was trying to collect that ball, keep it inbounds, was pushed. Cooper Carr picks up the first. A couple of starters returning, D'Albini as well as Keaton Neal. Players growing more comfortable with their roles as the season goes on. Neal almost lost it there. Now they've got numbers, though. Neal sensing that, pushing the pace, and finding D'Albini. Those two fresh into the game after starting it. Some early bench and fresh energy. Getting the lead now down to 7 for Baldwin. One dribble, the 3 up and good. My goodness, it is raining for the Bulldogs. Caleb Carr knocks in a 3. 10-point game early in the first quarter. Keaton Neal gets the screen. Handing off for Metcalf. Now D'Albini sets it at the elbow. Neal gets it back. Into the corner. Bond almost threw it away. Here's Jackson moving inside and was looking for a D'Albini. Ryan Jackson, just a sophomore, and I want to give him a shout out. He was my first Spring Hill athlete follower on Twitter. He knows where to get the scoops. He knows where to get all the highlights this season. As this inbound comes for a D'Albini. Now they reset. Keaton Neal for Jackson. Bond bouncing for D'Albini, who has featured heavily here in the offense when he's been in the game. That shot just off the mark. Good-looking hook. Drive by Grossner, gets blocked. No, a foul on D'Albini. And initially he wanted the block, but he knew it. He knew that was a foul on the play. Sophomore big man wearing number 15, or junior rather, D'Albini. Grossner's free throw up and good. This Baldwin team, by the looks of it, in this first quarter, they can really shoot the basketball. They've shot well from three. They've shot from the free throw line. They've been red hot offensively. Part of this kind of need a wake-up call for the Broncos getting going offensively late here in the first, but also that three with Carr off the dribble. Sometimes the other team just comes in hot. I think it's a combination of both here tonight. Neal gets the screen from Jackson. He'll shoot with the right hand and get it to go. Keaton Neal. Freshman in, started the first game of the season, started this one, hasn't started every game, but looks certainly more confident tonight than he did the first time I saw him, which was that first game of the season. A shot fake down low by Darnell, just got those defenders off balance, able to put it in. Nice stamp on that first quarter for Baldwin. Neal has a chance to make something happen for the Broncos here. Bad pass. Now Neal gets it back, puts up the three, and it's off the backboard. Rough first quarter shooting for the Broncos. They trail by 11 here early. You're watching Boys Hoops on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal, to make well, and to restore health. And that is our goal for each one of our patients who walks through the door.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-433-4567.
Back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, and Baldwin really showing you why they are undefeated so far this season, coming out with a ton of confidence, coming out firing here in the first quarter. Now we're in the second, and the Broncos trying to turn that narrative around, trying to avoid falling to 1 and 4. Early foul going to come in against the Bulldogs there. So Baldwin has 6 personal fouls. Broncos with 4. Looking down low for Bond. Nice drop step inside. Gets it to go. Chase Bond, first bucket. Cuts the lead to single digits. Torres dribbling in the corner. Ran out of space. Switch up top. Neal guarding the ball, and a turnover. Here's an opportunity for Bond. Can he beat the last man? He can, but he can't finish. Euro stepping to the left side of the basket. Couldn't get it to go. Post entry for Darnell. Strong game for him so far, and that certainly continues. Bond went the wrong way, read the move wrong, and then Darnell switching directions and reading the defender might be more important than athleticism, quickness. One of the most important aspects of one-on-one post offense is just sensing where your defender is. In this case, Darnell does have the size matchup, but if you can do that, you can beat a guy much bigger than you. Free throw is off the mark. Keaton Neal now trying to set the offense in motion, gets the high screen from Brown. You can see Baldwin really sagging off of the Broncos freshman point guard. Neal for Jackson. Now over for Kirshner. The shot comes up, no good. Rebounded by Cooper Carr. Cooper to Caleb. Caleb Carr, right-handed dribble, guarded by Neal. Now Cooper again. Gets the screen from the big man Darnell, back for Torres. Drive inside by Caleb Carr, who's just kind of waiting for his moment, but couldn't get the layup to go down. Classic weaving three-guard offensive look by the Bulldogs. Brown ran out of space, gets it to Metcalf, tries the three and banks it in. Well, shrug that one off, Luke Metcalf, because they all count for three if you let it go behind the line. Doesn't matter one bit if you bank it in, despite the wider basketball culture frowning on such things. Torres will try a three. It's no good. If you think about how objectively strange that is, that basketball players make fun of you for banking it in. The ball went in. It was worth the same number of points. Just a weird one that we accept. Don't think about it. This is a foul against the Broncos. I say accept bank shots for what they are and celebrate them. That's my new stand. That's my new position. Inbound underneath for a Baldwin, who lead by 8 here early on. Torres, a big reason why, swings it for Caleb Carr. And I thought it looked like Caleb Carr might have hooked around Keaton Neal on that play, but it's going to be Neal who is called for the foul. And that's why I highlighted that it's not Cooper Carr and Neal going at each other. It's not the two freshmen. Neal's matched up on Caleb Carr, matched up on the senior, and a wily senior getting you to foul him when your team has 6 fouls. That is the definition of a veteran move. Neal making a for the bench after committing the foul. That gives Metcalf some time on the ball here. Dribbling left now with the right hand to Jackson. Kirshner was looking to set a screen now. Metcalf tries another one. Without the glass, though, can't convert. Carr head full of steam coming down. Darnell gets the pitch back. Here's Caleb Carr again. Now Torres. Torres shadowed by Jackson. Cross court for the freshman Cooper Carr all the way to the cup and puts it in. When you got to watch your brother play those varsity games since you're a 6th grader, that just adds a catalog of moves into your brain, and that's why you so often see the younger siblings. They really excel at the varsity level so much sooner than their older siblings did. Here is Caleb Carr all the way inside, misses the layup. Bond the other way, all the way to the basket, puts it in. Impressive drive by Chase Bond, who now has 4 points on the contest. Didn't expect Bond to just keep going and going on the play as a three is let go. No good. Off the back iron. Here is the run the Broncos are looking for. Metcalf eventually guarded at the free throw line. Got to his spot, though. Left the shot short. Need another stop for the Broncos. Instead, here comes Carr all the way in for 2. Caleb Carr, frustrated last 2 times down, makes up for it and breaks that Bronco run. Still a 10-point advantage for the Bulldogs. Jackson for Bond, guarded by Carr up top. Metcalf thought about the shot, starts the drive and can't convert. Metcalf struggling from the field right now, getting his looks. They just aren't going down. Here's Darnell, the move inside. It's going to be a foul on the floor. And to be honest, that's a fortunate outcome for Evan Brown. Brown hit the deck on the play. Couple new players in for Spring Hill. Kaiser's one of them. Ezra Baker another. And Elijah Lacey also entering the contest for the first time. Darnell's been big, and I mean that both physically and in terms of his performance for Baldwin. And when D. Albini has not been in the game, it does appear that he's had his way in terms of physically dominating this matchup. We'll try to look around at halftime coming up. We'll try to look around the league. We got some area matchups. Just so hard, frankly, to find live score updates during these games as it can be. We've got a timeout. We'll take one as well. Broncos going to talk things over. You're watching Spring Hill Sports Live.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and texts. We ended up with our dream home all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592.
Still in the second quarter of action, as we got a lot of subs in the game for Spring Hill, just trying to figure out a lineup that works, trying to figure out something to get the offense going. Kaiser starts the move, got it over to Bond, off the mark for three. Not what the Broncos were looking for after the timeout. Darnell dribbling up the floor. You see him just so full of confidence. Swing it for Zimbicki. Darnell now makes a move from the elbow. Passing back again for Zimbicki. Carr looking for his postman. Now Darnell vacates that space, and nice interplay with the Carr there and Darnell. Both seniors, and you saw Darnell just kind of posting up. He occupied that spot throughout the entire possession, and then the second that he sensed Carr was going to drive to the cup, he moved to the elbow. A lot of times you talk about teamwork on a passing play, but it can be just as evident with spacing and movement. And that's something I didn't confirm that Darnell was in fact a senior until I looked down afterwards, and made sense to me why he'd be on such a good wavelength with Carr. Nice pass underneath, talking about being on the same wavelength. Flex offense, good cut underneath by Bond. Nice little game put together by Bond. 6 points here in quarter number 2. And Broncos have needed every one of them. Still trailing by 10. As Schoenberger into the game for the first time for the Cats, lanky guard. Now Caleb Carr working on Elijah. The shot coming from the outside is no good. Rebounded by Darnell. A strong board. And Carr now starts the drive, colliding with Lacey inside, and it's an offensive foul. Well, that call certainly benefits Spring Hill, but I mean, Lacey was in the air. Lacey was jumping with the offensive player, and somehow that was an offensive foul. I can see why Carr certainly feels aggrieved by that officiating decision. But with my today white-colored glasses on, we'll take it. We'll go the other way. We still trail by 10. Here's Bond putting together a nice hot night offensively. Now Ezra Baker for Kaiser. Spring Hill going to run through the flex. Lacey back out to Bond. Nice play there as Bond puts it in for 2. Chase Bond taking over offensively, has 8 points in the second quarter for the Broncos. Zimbicki now guarded by Lacey. They get it to Grossner in the corner. Cut off. Torres now back for Zimbicki. Tries a deep triple off the mark. Rebound collected by Kaiser, who moves it up ahead. Subunit doing some nice work right now for Spring Hill, and if they could get a last-second bucket here, head into halftime, down by just 6, maybe 5, that'd be huge. Lacey gets the screen up high, going all the way in, and can't get the scoop shot. Crucially, he left some time on the clock. Oh, my. That is not a smart play there by Lacey. Misses. It's not the offense that's questionable, because sometimes players are actually encouraged to shoot with 5 or 4 seconds left because of the fact that that gives second chance opportunities. But to commit a foul, I mean, Baldwin were not likely to score with this half-court heave or runner or whatever they would have done. But now it's 2 free throws for Grossner. That really hurts because they can push it back to a 10-point contest at halftime. And they're not quite able to do so. So it'll be a 9-point deficit for the Broncos heading into half number 2. Got to get it going offensively. Chase Bond has, but who's going to join him? We'll have the second half for you next here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal, to make well, and to restore health. And that is our goal for each one of our patients who walks through the door.
Well, the halftime show is presented today and all season long by Mike Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Welcome to halftime. Alex Smith joining you, trying to break down this contest. Of course, we saw the Broncos, the girls team, a massive victory earlier on this evening. I believe they gave up just 17 points, 55-17 off the top of my head was the final of that one as the dance act gets started here. Part of halftime that we love so much, but your halftime show is brought to you by Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. Got some numbers at least. I've got some accurate ones for your Spring Hill Broncos. Chase Bond really coming alive in the second quarter. He scored 8 points. Luke Metcalf banked in a 3. That's his only bucket. Dialbini with a bucket as well. Keaton Neal made one in the first quarter, and Kirchner also converted I think he was the first three-pointer of the game in off the bench. The first points of the game for the Broncos has 3 points. Just 18 points at the half, but have only given up 27. Don't think the defense is the problem necessarily, and especially with Chase Bond really coming alive there at the end of the second quarter. That's a really good sign for Spring Hill. Just need somebody to join him up that scoring rate because these the Baldwin Bulldogs are catchable. This is a winnable game. Baldwin has not been defeated yet, and they're certainly showing why they're a good team, but don't believe this is a contest that Spring Hill will feel they're going to fall behind and maybe lose this one by 20. Rather, they're going to see that this is a winnable game. This is a crucial Frontier League matchup, one that sets the tone really for so much of the remainder of the season. Still got 4 minutes on the clock, 4 minutes to go until the second half. We'll take another break here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
The halftime statistics are brought to you by Supreme Mechanical Solutions. When your thermostat is too hot or too cold, call Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com. Check them out on Facebook or call 913-433-4567. Spring Hill coming in to this contest, just one win on the season, and they trail by 9 points. Already talked to you about the scores for the Broncos boys contest. Going to revisit the numbers on the girls side following that massive victory earlier tonight. Addison Bond scored 9 points in that one. Jenna Weber, the leading scorer for them, 19 points. Sydney Busher ended the night with 7. Isla Herman, 5 points. LaPlante with 4 points. Rodden with a pair, and Jaylee White, the JV varsity swing player for your Bronco girls team, scored 2 points as well. Revisiting the scoring totals for your boy Broncos, they've got 8 from Bond. That's really the only player, frankly, at this point who scored multiple field goals. Metcalf's got a 3, D'Albini for 2, Neal with 2, and a 3 by Kirchner. That gives your Broncos 18 points. They scored just 18 here in the first half, and the point totals kind of been a struggle for Spring Hill this season. Of course, they scored a paltry 38 points. Oh, this is the girls. I'm mistaken there. As they give me a second to click onto the right screen. Looking at the point totals this season for the Spring Hill Broncos, it's been offensively. That's been the struggle for them. They fell in that Eudora contest, scored just 23 points in the first game, scored 41 points in a loss to Emporia. And then the victory against Wichita Trinity, that scored 62 points in that game, and then 45 points in the loss at Topeka. Scoring points is going to be the issue for Spring Hill. They've got athletic defenders. They've got some big guys down low. They can rebound the basketball too, but can they score at a rate that will allow them to compete with these teams that can put points on the scoreboard? The Broncos have 16 minutes to prove they can do just that. We'll take one more break here, wrap up your Michael Grant halftime show here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Locally owned hometown Allstate agent is Libby Clark, now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill. Libby and her staff are passionate about the people they serve, helping them protect what matters most. With 24-hour customer service and options for online and in-person appointments, the Libby Clark Agency is the small-town agent you've grown to love, with the experience and products you'd expect from an industry-recognized premier agency. Visit them at their new location in downtown Spring Hill, just 1 block off Main on Hale, or call 913.
So Baldwin with the ball first as, oh my goodness, looks like the delinquents have moved our scorebug camera once again, folks. And I will do my very best to keep up with this commentary while I stand up and fix things now. Getting a good look behind the curtain, viewers at home, of everything that goes into this live production here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Got the score back for you as the Broncos trail by 9 here early on. That just a little bit better. See if I can't get everything in the middle of the box. Broncos with a Brown on the left side offensively for Metcalf. Metcalf is guarded by Grossner, who was quiet offensively, but nice job on Spring Hill Bronco lead man. Here is Bond going to try to move inside again, and that foul comes in on the floor. No shot on the play, unfortunately, for Bond. I love that, though. Bond scoring most of those points in that first half, kind of operating in a natural 4 spot, playing off of D'Albini or whoever gets in there down low. He did all his scoring close to the basket in that first half and immediately tries to get right back to it. Bond, guarded by Cooper Carr, just a freshman, puts a body on him, gets inside, and puts it off the back iron. Good thought for Bond, just no good on the shot. Carr for Torres in the corner, thought about the 3. Now a backdoor for a Cooper Carr in the other corner. Now Torres does pull the three, no good. Rebound inside by Grossner. Just said he was quiet offensively, and he quiets me right up with that bucket. Metcalf to Neal. Now Brown for Bond. Nice ball movement here from the Broncos. See if they can capitalize. Bond looks for the drive again and finishes this time. Chase Bond now into double-digit scoring, 10 points. And they've all come in since the first quarter. Did not score in that first quarter. Carr pounding out the rock with that right hand. Now space to shoot and lost it on the way up. Keaton Neal, hop step, gets it for D'Albini, who can't convert. He'll get a second chance, though, and gets to that, seems to be a preferred left side, and got fouled. Junior big man. Foul comes in on Darnell. Foul number 2. That's a big one to watch for Baldwin. No good on the first is D'Albini. Lefty gets the second one to go down. 3 points on the contest now for the big fella. Carr up ahead for Torres. Nice drop off for Darnell, who was fouled. And that's one that is so frustrating if you are Keaton Neal, who came in late on that play retreating and got the block, but only reason he was able to do so was because D'Albini was kind of holding up the progress of Darnell's post move. Keep things as centered as possible. Darnell with the first free throw, second one on the way and good. Darnell solid compliment to Torres from the outside and Carbros. Important to have a physical presence down low, even if it's not dominant offensively from a technical standpoint. You can dominate from a physical standpoint, and that's been more of Darnell's game so far, though I don't mean to discredit his nice soft touch in the paint. Metcalf squaring up for a triple. It's off the mark and rebounded by Carr. Caleb Carr, I should clarify, as he stopped up by Neal. Grossner into the corner and went all the way in for 2. Looked like he was dribbling toward the corner to make an exchange and then just kind of decided to go himself. Brown for Keaton Neal. Now Metcalf. Brown down low, turnaround Jay, rattles home. It's a nice play. Evan Brown finding some space and converting. Going to have a timeout taken by the Broncos. We'll take it with them. You're watching boys basketball here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe.
We're back here on Spring Hill Sports Live, where the Broncos trail by 10. That's where this lead has settled in sort of for Baldwin. They took a bigger lead in the first quarter, and then Broncos kind of fired back with a bench unit and got it to 8 points. It was pushed back out to 10 and then 12. This is the second time officials have done this they saw this in the the girls game as well. If you're not going to come and inbound the ball, they're just going to put it down and start that 5 count. Always seemed a little bit rude to me, but they're going to do what they want to do. Darnell down low, got fouled again. He's such a target for those Baldwin guards. It's not complicated when you get him the rock. He picks it up and he puts it in. And one way that I've described one of the players on the girls team for Spring Hill is like a bench energy motor big. Darnell's a different type of player. I call him a trash man big. He takes out the trash. He does the dirty work. And not only that, but he revels in it. Loves being physical. And you saw the enthusiasm for acknowledging his assist man on that play, which you got to love to see. And 1 3-point play converted by Darnell. He's got 5 points now here in the third quarter alone. Jackson swinging for Metcalf. 2-3 zone shown by Baldwin. That's where the space is in that corner, but it's an air ball on the shot attempt by Kirchner. He's already hit one, though, earlier tonight. Carr starts the move. The spin at the basket, couldn't get it. Does get a reset, though, from his brother Cooper. Darnell picked up his dribble. Yes, he did. Try to do it sneakily, and that's what can happen when you're a big man. And frankly, for a lot of big guys, our games are limited. And then we try to take 3-4 dribbles, and what the heck are we doing out there? It's turnover. Metcalf swinging for a Brown. Quick trigger on the 3, and he's got it. Brown had been quiet in this one. He's now got 5 in the third. Now the Broncos need stops. Carr comes around the screen looking for that 2-man game with Darnell. Goes into the post up and gets back to the right hand, puts it in. Samuel Darnell, I'm trying not to let that excitement creep in my voice too much. Remember what side I'm on, but my goodness, I'm such a fan of low post play. That was a pretty move. Metcalf swinging for Jackson now in the corner. Gets it back. Pass was tipped by Carr. Brown, a little bit of a hot hand for him as it swung into the corner once again. Bond in the short corner. Back to Brown. Bond now starts the drive. Barely any room for him. And picks up the foul on the freshman. No, rather it's a Grossner. 14 foul. Nice entry there for Kirchner. Let's see what he can do with it. Pass around the outside. Shot attempt. Bond, no good. Bulldogs have numbers the other way. Carr outside for Zimbicki. He drains the 3 from the corner. Baldwin making a huge run right now and trying to put away the Broncos before the fourth quarter. Brown will try to respond and hits. Brown back-to-back 3s now for Spring Hill. And that keeps the Broncos just about in touching distance. Kick out for Darnell, won't take the shot, now takes a dribble and clangs it off the front iron. Spring Hill trying to stay hot, big possession here. As Brown takes it in the corner, finds Metcalf. He'll take a 3 off the back iron and not really in the flow of the offense either. Metcalf has struggled offensively in this one. Just 3 points. They came from that banked 3 in the first half, if you remember. And that shot was not what the Broncos required at that time. That's going to be a timeout by Baldwin. We'll take one as well. This game is so precariously balanced right now. It could go any direction. We'll find out which one after this.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
On game flow, both teams are getting it done offensively and really have been. It's been even since the end of that first quarter. But Baldwin just really jumped out to such a big advantage early. Here's an attempt down low, another and one. And they got the last one coming out of a timeout as well. Caleb Carr fouled that time by Kaiser. Darnell and Grossner actually had scored all the points for Baldwin until that moment. Carr leaves one at the free throw stripe, makes it a 14-point advantage for the Bulldogs. Here is a run out, easy lay-in is going to be converted by Carr. Spring Hill got to keep that energy level high. It feels kind of dead in the gym right now, and that's not what they need, trying to crawl back into this one. Ezra Baker almost lost it. Got it to Kaiser. Now Jackson starts the drive back to Kaiser. Nice pass, but Kaiser got fouled underneath. Good attempt there. Got into the body of the much larger Darnell. And Darnell just picked up his fourth. That's why he's looking at the scoreboard. Darnell's pleading. He is absolutely pleading his case right now. I got this. I can do 8 more minutes. And any player, you'd like any player to do the same, but he is going to be withdrawn. Coach, it doesn't even have to tell him why. Every player knows that you're going to be limited on the bench with foul trouble. Second free throw up and crucially good. Good couple minutes there for Kaiser as Spring Hill really, frankly, continuing to try to feel out what their best lineup combination might be. Lacey guarding the ball up top. It's Carr. Carr now starts his move. Step for step, Lacey's there with him. Nice pass inside off the pick and roll, but no good on the shot attempt. Still time for the Broncos. Brown lets go of the triple. Can't convert. That would have been big. Brown hit 2 other ones in that third quarter. It's now a 14-point Baldwin lead here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your locally owned hometown Allstate agent is Libby Clark. Now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill, Libby and her staff are passionate about the people they serve, helping them protect what matters most. With 24-hour customer service and options for online and in-person appointments, the Libby Clark Agency is the small-town agent you've grown to love, with the experience and products you'd expect from an industry-recognized premier agency. Visit them at their new location in downtown Spring Hill, just 1 block off Main on Hale, or call 913-686-6205.
Spring Hill trying to climb out of a 14-point hole here in quarter number 4. Got some players hot offensively there in the third that is certainly a good indicator, but now they got to put together a full 8 minutes and get it together defensively as well. There's Bond getting us started off with a nice move inside. Now has 12 points in the contest. Full court pressure put on by the Broncos. They're scrambling now. Three-pointer on the way from Zimbicki, who traveled. That's just as good as creating a turnover as part of the press. You just put that offense into motion quicker than they'd like to be, and that is what can happen so often. It's what happened to Spring Hill girls on Tuesday. Could not slow themselves down even when they did beat the press once they got in the half court. And Spring Hill almost returned the favor. That was ill-advised by Brown. Kept the ball in bounds, and layup missed. Lacey able to rebound it. This could be a big swing in this game. Bond driving inside, and he can't convert. That's going to be a defensive foul after the player tried to set himself for the charge and then ended up clipping the driving Bond. And yet, now this is kind of a gray area. First of all, in Kansas high school basketball, with there being there's no charge-proof area under the basket. I will say that's not a shot like my shot clock opinions. That's a matter of player safety, that there needs to be a semicircle underneath the basket because players attack the basket forcefully at this level. There are players that drive down the lane and dunk in boys high school basketball. You need to have a semicircle around the basket where it's impossible to take an offensive foul because you'll have players flopping near the basket. Just like on that play. That's a turnover. Unfortunate opportunity missed there. As the Broncos were gifted an offensive rebound and were not able to capitalize. They're going to show more full court pressure. See if Baldwin can cope with that. They appear to have pretty competent guard play through most of this one. Threw it away right to Brown. Metcalf coming the other way. Dribbles with the left hand and almost turned it over. Metcalf really struggling out there, not having the best night. But there's plenty of time to change that. This quarter, the most meaningful of all. Lacey had it stolen away. Great defensive anticipation by Caleb Carr. Loose ball now in midcourt is collected eventually by Grossner. Baldwin passing it inside. Shot comes in, no good. This game is getting hectic underneath, and that is going to be a foul on Baldwin. That could be number 7. It's going to be 1-1. Should be. We'll move all the way down the court and have a chance for free throws. This is big for the Broncos with Bond standing on the free throw stripe. Referees are just making sure that Bond is the right player who should be taking these free throws. Now, I may be mistaken, but I thought D. Albini was actually the one who got that rebound, and he may have been the one who got fouled. It's moot anyway as Bond misses the first, and now starts a move trying to get to the middle, missing the hook shot. Couple of empty possessions at a pretty inconvenient time for the Broncos, but they've kept the Bulldogs at bay too, assisted by a couple of lazy turnovers. Broncos, a lot of student section in purple, unfortunately today. That's the color that the Bulldogs are wearing, with the Broncos in their white and yellows. Keaton Neal goes around the screen, hands off for Brown. Off the screen from D'Albini, back to Neal. Now Jackson, he'll pull a triple off the front iron, rebounded by Brown. Neal for Bond. He wants to attack every time he gets it. Squaring up and putting it in. Chase Bond to the cup. How many times have I said that tonight? Quickly up the floor come the Bulldogs. Almost lost it. And this is the type of a pressure. That's what they really want. Do the Broncos moving inside and putting it in for 2. There's Caleb Carr trying to break Bronco hearts tonight. Might be the 4th or 5th and 1 opportunity. 4th team foul on the Broncos might not be an issue for them. Caleb Carr, that is now scored field goals in all 4 quarters. Leaves that free throw short. Jackson on the board gets it to Neal. So Keaton Neal left to right, crossover, couple nice moves. Thought about the shot, didn't take it. And Albini, throw it down, big fella. Was not expecting that from the big man. Got the drop off from Neal and put in the flush. Just definitely committed a foul on the other end. Somehow got away with it though. And it's still an 11-point game. Think the Broncos were all a little supercharged after the slam down. Forgot to get back on defense. Jackson in the corner for Brown. Off the front iron and then off the support of the basket there. That's out of bounds. Oh, Albini. Didn't know he had that in him. Took one step and a powerful flush with not one but 2 hands. Second year covering Kansas high school basketball, and that is my first dunk that I've seen in game. Pressure defense as Carr goes up and gets blocked at the rim. Albini gets it up to Neal. Neal now starts his move to the baseline. Wild shot attempt. That's one where you got to be willing to back out of the drive at a certain point when you don't have the speed or the angle. But Neal not able to do so. Double team off the pick and roll. Almost created the turnover. Darnell for Carr. Now Caleb Carr gets it up top. Backing out on Brown. You can tell them apart. One wears number 13, one wears number 12, but look at those green shoes for the senior Cooper. And you got pink for the freshman Cooper Carr. Nice spinning move along the baseline. Caleb Carr. Big time stuff there from the senior. Late in the 4th quarter trying to put this game away. Some good players in the Frontier League, and Spring Hill have had the schedule misfortune of seeing a lot of them already. There's a travel by Albini. Sullivan, in my opinion, on Eudora, absolutely one of the best players in the state at the 4A level. That's from Eudora, if you remember. Both of these Carr bros, but especially the senior Caleb Carr, along with Darnell, very good players for Baldwin, too. As Darnell gets it here. Have kept the Broncos at arm's length, frankly, throughout the contest after taking a lead early in the 1st quarter. Keaton Neal gets the outlet, leading the Bronco charge for Jackson. Metcalf for Neal, now bouncing for Albini. Feed the big fella down low. Nice touch with that preferred left hand. Another and one. This one, it's Darnell once again. Such a leader for this team, an emotional leader, a vocal leader, and tonight, one of the scoring leaders as well. Listed at 6'4", and I try to keep my speculation on the true heights of players off the air, because sometimes I'm not even provided heights on the rosters, but may not be all the way up there at 6'4", but certainly playing like it tonight. That one is deflected, tapped out. And it's certainly not as bad, though, with the roster heights as you see in the junior college or the college level. They'll add 4 inches to a guy. Brown inbounds for Keaton Neal. Runs around a couple of screens. Now Neal will start the drive. Nice kick out for Jackson. Too strong on the shot. A lot of these possessions here late in this game. As finished that thought after the timeout, I guess it's the Bulldogs who want to talk things over. heading into the final 2 minutes of this one, we'll talk things over as well.
Oh, hi, honey.
Hi, Grandma. I'm really sorry. I won't be able to make it today. I have way too much homework, and you don't have enough internet.
Oh, honey, I gotta go. I gotta go. Oh, I need more internet in my house.
Well, you could have just called, right?
Oh.
Call Go Brawley today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price.
Well, Baldwin basketball, they're really rushing the Spring Hill Bronco players out of the timeout. We've seen these refs kind of willing to just give the ball to the inbounder whenever they decide it's time to resume the game. And it almost happened with Bronco players still in their huddle. Nice play here, pitch back for Carr, who now will instead pull it out. And Baldwin now with the opportunity to simply possess the ball and kill off this game. See what the Bronco defense has to say about things. Still 2 fouls to give for them. Nice drive started here. Outside three was not taken. That's an offensive foul. Well, you can still commit an offensive foul after passing the ball. That's been a point of emphasis at all levels of the game in the past 2 or 3 seasons. That's what happened to Carr on that play. Despite the kick-out pass, ran right over the defender. Metcalf takes the ball, free throw line jumper off the mark. That kind of night for Metcalf, unfortunately. Carr gets the screen from Darnell, who moves into the post. Nice effort defensively there by Bond off the switch. Now Bond is going to guard Carr, whip right past him, and smart play here by Bond. You can see a little chatter between Metcalf and Carr. In the 2 games that I've noticed so far, Metcalf has kind of been the guy that these other teams' players kind of look to if they want to run their mouths a little bit or maybe have a friendly word, whichever one it is. Metcalf seems to be one of the more popular guys. Of course, he's one of the older guys. So anyone who is a senior on these other teams, they've played against Metcalf, not only growing up, but just in high school varsity games now a number of times. Baldwin a little discombobulated here, but may feel they have done enough to see this one out. They lead by 14 with 1:20 on the clock. They've had the ball since the 2-minute mark of this game. That's going to be a foul on Jackson. That's just fine for the Broncos. They'll take that. Jackson picking up foul number 1 on the contest. Broncos still find themselves needing just that established, reliable scoring presence. On the girls basketball side, there's no doubt about it. It's Jenna Weber. Every play runs to her. Every play runs through her. You don't need an equivalent of that on every basketball team. You don't need a 1A alpha dog on every team to succeed, but you need some more consistency offensively. We've seen Bond really doing a nice job tonight, but have not seen a kind of sidekick for him. Here comes Carr up the floor as we are under a minute. This one stayed close for probably the first 3 quarters. Felt like the Broncos were in touching distance. At one point, I think Baldwin took an 18 or 20 point lead, and since then they've been coasting. Going to take a timeout, or the Baldwin Bulldogs here. I think we will probably try to take one with them as you're watching us here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-433-4567.
Well, coming up next, we'll wrap things up for you quickly here with the post-game show as we are under 1 minute after the Baldwin timeout. Seems like Baldwin mainly did that to get those sub-players into the game, give them a minute of action here, and Spring Hill following suit and doing the same. Shot attempt up, and a foul coming in. That was Tyson Beshore. Beshore, a name that I recognize from my time with Spring Hill, must be from football. And that's right. I did a Broncos football game filling in for BJ this season. Beshore, the quarterback, and I only did one game, so that doesn't stick it deep in my brain, but the name is there somewhere. I had to call back. Where do I know this from? QB in the game now, the sophomore for the Broncos. Unfortunately, too late for him to make a difference here. Good-looking QB, might I add, as well. Not that that scores you any points on the court, but nice move inside, spinning, and scoring. Schoenberger, his second bucket of the contest. Schoenberger, just a freshman. This number 22, the short hair, playing the guard spot. That's scary. That's future talent for Baldwin. They've got future talent. They've got current talent as well. And your Baldwin Bulldogs, they're moving to 5-0 now. Got some excited faces beside me on the Baldwin broadcast over there. So it's another split for the Broncos. They've now split both of the doubleheaders we've covered. The girls getting it done earlier. Your boys falling by a final of 57-40. We've got post-game coverage for you coming up next right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com. Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
First Option Bank Community Banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, our post-game show is brought to you by Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center. They work with all insurance companies and can get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. So a big win for the girls team earlier. Your boys at Spring Hill fall 57-40. We've got another contest coming your way before the Christmas break. BJ Harris and Curtis Kaiser are going to cover that one for you guys. But certainly a strong showing for the Spring Hill Broncos on the girls' side. Really jumped out to an early lead, as has been their tendency throughout this season. And you see now a couple of Spring Hill fans goofing around, trying to see if they can dunk like D. Albini. That was a highlight in this game despite the loss. Keaton Neal driving down the paint and a bounce passing for D. Albini with a two-handed throwdown. D. Albini ended the game with 5 points. Neal ended with 2. Bond was the big story, scoring the rock in this one for the Broncos. Ended with 14 points, got nearly all of that done near the basket. Luke Metcalf, a little bit of a struggle for the senior in this one. Banked in the 3 in the second quarter, and that was the only scoring contribution for Metcalf. Evan Brown came alive in the second half. The third quarter, scored 8 points there. That was his game total, a couple of threes and a 2 as well. And Keaton Neal scoring the 2 points. Starting point guard not really emphasizing the downhill scoring drives at this point in his career, though that may be something that Spring Hill want to change, as they've got to do something to start scoring the rock with more frequency, more efficiency. The entire second half of my sheet here that has all the substitute players is completely blank. None of them scored any points. And if that's not something that's got to change, then the starters need to score more points. And we're going to see how that continues to develop. Losing final score here again, 57-40, with your Broncos falling to 1-4 on the season. The girls team, they move back to 3-3. Both will be back in action on Tuesday. We're excited to welcome you one more time here in 2022. For Curtis Kaiser, I have been Alex Smith saying so long again for the final time for myself this year. I'll be watching along with the rest of you on Tuesday as we broadcast that final matchup. Well, thank you for spending your Friday night with us here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
You've been watching Spring Hill High School Sports on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live.